Okay, let's unpack this. If you're in the creative world at all, especially music, you know the ground is just constantly shifting under your feet. Today, we're doing a deep dive into what feels like a financial earthquake. It's fundamentally changing how music makes money. I'm talking about the explosive, uh, really accelerating growth of YouTube in artist monetization.
That's a huge topic.
It is. And YouTube isn't just about finding a new song anymore. It's about dollars, billions of them. So our mission today is to cut through the noise, really distill the key numbers, and analyze the strategy behind this growth.
The dual strategy, which is fascinating.
Exactly. And also to confront some of the, well, the really important debates around the platform's dominance. And a quick note, if you find this breakdown helpful, if you walk away knowing more, please do subscribe to the channel and share this deep dive. It really helps us keep doing this.
It really does.
So to frame this, we're moving past the idea of YouTube as just a sideshow. We're talking about a financial cornerstone, a platform that's gone from just a video archive to an engine delivering billions of dollars a year.
And what's really fascinating here is it's the speed, the sheer velocity of the growth. And we have a number that's it's a landmark for the industry. YouTube paid over $8 billion to the music industry.
$8 billion.
That's labels, publishers, independent artists, everyone in the 12 months between July 2024 and June 2025.
It's easy to just hear $8 billion and let it fly by, but you need some context for that, right?
You do, because if you just look back a few years to the 2021-2022 period, that payout was $6 billion.
So that's a $2 billion jump.
In about 3 years, we're seeing a 33% increase in the annual payout. This isn't just steady growth, it's strategic. It's an acceleration.
That 33%, I mean, that's the real story, isn't it?
It is.
It suggests a machine that's just getting better and better at optimizing its payout system. It signals that YouTube is, well, it's not a secondary video site anymore.
No, it's an essential player. Labels and artists, they now have to factor this into their core financial planning. An extra $2 billion in 3 years? That's the kind of momentum that really starts to challenge the old guard.
The established streaming world.
Precisely. And if we dig into how that $8 billion was made, you see what we've been calling the twin engines of growth. And they work on totally different principles, but they come together to generate this incredible cash flow.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting for me. The actual mechanics behind it. Let's start with engine one. This is the volume play, right? Advertising revenue.
Exactly.
This is all about the pure scale of the platform. I mean, we are talking billions, probably trillions of ad impressions.
Across everything.
All right, across every music video, every visualizer, and it's a key across shorts.
Shorts are huge now.
Every single one of those views is turned into a tiny fraction of a cent, and they're just getting so efficient at monetizing eyeballs.
And that's supplemented by Engine 2, which is the stable, high-value part of the equation, premium subscriptions.
The recurring revenue.
That's a recurring revenue stream. It comes from over 125 million global subscribers.
And that's for YouTube Music and the main YouTube Premium service.
Both, yeah. And that figure includes people in trial periods, which is an important detail.
So you have volume versus value.
That's the key strategic difference. Ad revenue can be volatile. It's very low cost per view, but it works because of the immense audience. Over 2 billion logged-in viewers watch music every single month.
2 billion. That's a number that's hard to even wrap your head around.
It is. But then on the other side, the premium subscription tier gives you higher revenue per user. It stabilizes the income. It's a predictable, high-margin cash flow for the rights holders.
So you need both engines firing at the same time to hit that $8 billion mark.
You absolutely do.
And that distinction, that sort of volatile ad volume versus predictable subscription value, is what makes this whole royalty race so fascinating. Because now we have to compare YouTube to the giant in the room, the one that still holds the lead.
Spotify. Yeah, and if we look at the data, the comparison is pretty stark. Spotify paid out a leading $10 billion in 2024.
Still ahead.
They're still ahead, and they lead the subscriber market with roughly 276 million users.
Okay, and YouTube paid out $8 billion in the period ending mid-2025 with 125 million subscribers.
Correct.
Wait, hold on a second. If Spotify is paying out $10 billion from 276 million subscribers, and YouTube is paying out $8 billion from 125 million, doesn't that mean Spotify's model is, well, way more efficient for artists who rely on that subscription money? The payout per subscriber seems much higher.
And that is the absolute core of the debate. That's the critical analysis. Spotify's model is built on that high-value, dedicated paying user, but YouTube's 8 billion is generated across 2 billion people, most of whom are on the ad-supported free tier.
So it's a totally different pool of money.
A completely different pool. So while Spotify leads in the absolute payout right now and per subscriber efficiency, YouTube's massive 33% growth rate is just relentlessly closing that $2 billion gap.
And their superpower is monetizing the free user.
It is. Their ability to make money from the vast majority who don't pay a subscription is what sets them apart. And this brings up a really important question for you, the listener, especially if you're a creator. Since these platforms are so different, Spotify is mostly subscription audio, YouTube is this mix of ad-supported video and premium. How do these strategies affect what a single stream is actually worth?
Yeah, how do you even begin to calculate which one offers better long-term potential?
Exactly. You have YouTube, which gives you exposure to billions, versus Spotify, which gives a higher payout rate to millions. It's a tough calculation.
And that whole dilemma of scale versus stream value is just made even bigger by YouTube's global footprint. It's just everywhere.
Unmatched reach.
Completely. They're making money in places where traditional audio subscription services have a really hard time getting a foothold.
YouTube is available in over 100 countries.
Wow.
Spanning completely different economies, different consumer habits.
And it supports 80 languages, which sounds like a technical detail, but it's not.
No, it's the engine of cultural relevance.
Right. If you're an artist and your audience primarily speaks, I don't know, Hindi or Portuguese or Japanese, the entire platform experience is in their native language.
From the comments to the navigation.
That drives way deeper engagement and makes discovery so much faster. And that's how you translate billions of views into billions of dollars.
And we have to keep coming back to that audience number. 2 billion monthly logged-in music viewers.
Almost a third of the planet.
A third of the planet interacting with music on this one platform every single month.
So this massive localized scale just creates opportunity that didn't exist before. Think about an independent artist. You could be a producer in your bedroom in Lagos, where maybe high data costs make a full subscription service a tough sell. Or you could be a massive K-pop star in Seoul. For both of them, YouTube is the common ground for reaching a global fan base, like instantly.
It kind of democratizes that initial reach.
Yeah, it does, even if the monetization debate is still going on.
And that money, that 8 billion, flows through the whole ecosystem, right? Different players benefit in different ways.
So who gets paid?
Well, first and foremost, the artists and creators. The direct payouts really empower independent musicians. They can build careers, maybe even bypass the traditional labels if they want to.
That's a huge power shift.
It's fundamental. Then you have the labels and publishers. Of course, they get the largest share. They use YouTube as this massive distribution channel that also gives them amazing data on fan behavior.
And what about the people who actually write the songs?
Songwriters, absolutely. Royalties flow directly to them, to the people crafting the melodies and lyrics.
Which is so important when you consider the next piece of this puzzle, which is Content ID.
Ah, Content ID. This is where the magic really happens. It's maybe the main reason the payouts have grown so fast.
Explain it. What is it?
It's basically a digital fingerprinting system. It lets rights holders identify their music anywhere on the platform and automatically claim revenue from user-generated content, or UGC.
So all the fan videos.
All of them. Every fan cover, every remix, every dance challenge, every review video that uses even a tiny snippet of a song.
It gets identified.
Instantly. And that revenue, which pretty much didn't exist for rights holders before, is now captured. It turns organic fan passion into a brand new, massive revenue stream.
Wow. So artists are making money off of content they didn't even have to create themselves.
That's the power of it. It's constantly refilling that $8 billion pool.
So, okay. What does this all actually mean? Because while $8 billion sounds like a huge win.
It is a huge win.
It is, but that victory lap isn't exactly universal. There's still a lot of criticism, right? From industry veterans about the fairness of it all.
A lot of criticism.
Yeah.
About fairness and transparency of the per-stream payouts.
And this isn't just, complaining. It's a real economic debate that goes right back to that twin engine model.
It does.
If a stream is monetized by an ad, the revenue per view, the CPM, can be so much lower.
Sometimes dramatically lower.
Than a stream from a dedicated, paying premium subscriber.
Exactly. So when you have 2 billion users, the huge majority are on that low payout ad-supported tier. So an artist gets a massive volume of streams, but the actual money per stream can feel, well, insufficient.
Especially when you compare it to a service that's all about paid subscriptions.
Right. The critique is that the platform is built for reach and volume over, say, equitable per stream value.
And YouTube, to be fair, they have acknowledged this. They say they're committed to improving artist revenue and partnerships.
They know the ecosystem collapses if the creators aren't paid sustainably.
Which leads right back to that big question for you, the listener, to think about. With this crazy mix of free users giving high volume, premium users giving high value, is it even possible for a platform this big to make payouts truly equitable?
Can you cater equally to a pop superstar with billions of views and a niche indie artist who really needs that smaller revenue stream to be stable?
It's a fundamental tension, for sure.
But what's undeniable, no matter what you think of the controversy, is the trend line. It's just up.
You can visualize the growth.
Yeah, look at the timeline. In 2020, the platform delivered $4 billion. That was the baseline the year it got really serious about monetization.
Then right.
By 2022, you see that first massive leap to $6 billion. That reflects that aggressive growth in both subscriptions and ad tech.
And now, the data for 2025 hits that $8 billion figure.
It's a remarkable, sustained expansion.
It really shows a kind of strategic mastery, doesn't it? They're not just relying on one thing. They're maximizing the ad volume, they're maximizing the high-value users, and they're scooping up all that third-party revenue with Content ID.
All at the same time. And that momentum is why YouTube is just, it's indispensable now. No other service does all of this. Video, ads, subscriptions, UGC in one single platform.
It's the definition of an all-in-one ecosystem.
It is.
First, it's still the largest video platform on Earth. If you want to see the music, watch the official video, it's the go-to place. It's where culture happens visually. Second, and this is huge for the future, it has this unique dual format power.
Shorts and long form.
Exactly. You have shorts, which are incredible for viral discovery. They can launch a career in weeks. But then right alongside them, you have the full-length videos.
Which is where you build the real connection.
That's where you deepen the fan connections, sell your merch, show your art. Shorts get the traffic. Long form converts that traffic into real fans.
So looking ahead, the outlook isn't just positive, it suggests it's going to keep accelerating. That $8 billion is definitely a milestone.
But not a finish line.
Not a finish line at all. The future fuel is already there. Continued global expansion of ads and premium subscriptions is expected to just keep powering more growth.
And their vision is pretty clear.
It's very clear. To be the long-term, stable financial home for every single artist, songwriter, and publisher. The place where creativity and commerce meet visually.
And we have to mention one more huge strategic advantage they have.
The living room.
The living room. As streaming evolves, TV screens are becoming central again for music. People are watching music videos, concert streams, live performances on their smart TVs.
And YouTube is already the king of video on the biggest screen in the house.
They are so perfectly positioned to dominate this next era of music monetization, turning the living room back into a high-quality visual venue for music.
The future is definitely visual.
It's loud, it's profitable, and it's getting more visual by the day. We've seen that YouTube's financial commitment here is just colossal. It's changing careers, it's changing the whole industry.
A truly transformative moment.
But let's leave you with one final provocative thought. It builds on that dual format power we talked about.
Shorts and long form.
Right. So if viral shorts keep growing and become the main discovery engine, will the relentless pressure on artists to constantly create short, disposable, attention-grabbing visual content, will that eventually override the fundamental demand for quality artistic, long-form music? Are we sacrificing substance for the sake of the viral loop?
That is a tension the entire industry is going to have to figure out.
It is. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the numbers and the mechanics behind it all, just that simple ask again, please subscribe to the channel and share this analysis. We'll see you next time.